Welcome to the Downers Grove Township meeting of the Township Board of Trustees for November 12th, 2020 at 7:30 p.m. Residents will have opportunities to speak during public comment. I have always accepted emails to read. I have received none as of 7:30. Any questions, please email them to me. If you do, please refrain from any personal attacks directed at people. Please be respectful to all residents. Thank you. This is going to be a mask on at all times meeting, please. So put your masks on and please leave them on. I know it's when I wear the black one, I end up being real muffled sounding, but just bear with us. So at this time, I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask everyone to join me, stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Clerk Grimsby, can you call the roll, please?
Trustee Untitled.
Present.
Trustee Ferguson.
Present.
Trustee Kelly.
Present.
Trustee Vanderline. Supervisor Reports.
Present. We do have a quorum. At this point, I will entertain any public comments. I know we have two visitors here tonight, Highway Commissioner Andy Anderson and Township Assessor Greg Boltz. If you guys have any public comments, you can speak on any township issue in general if you wish at this time.
I'd respectfully like to withhold my comment until we get to the agenda item.
We're not going to allow comments during the agenda items this meeting. If you have a general comment on any agenda item you wish to make, we'll entertain it now and keep that in mind when we get to that agenda item. Seeing there's none, we'll move on to item number 5. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the board meeting from October 17th, 2020 as presented.
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion on this item? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 5, item number 6. Can I get a motion to approve the trustee audit and approval of bills and claims as presented?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion on this item? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 7, can I get a motion to approve the Blue Cross Blue Shield Health and Guardian Insurance contract for full-time township employees to be administered by USI, the USI One Advantage, as presented?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
I'll open this for discussion with a comment. This year we do not have physical contracts for me to sign and return. This vote will act as acknowledgement that we are approving the contracts so that we can begin open enrollment December 1st. Any other comments? I do have Chris Neese from USI on the line. Welcome to the meeting. And if you have any comments, short comments that you want to make on behalf of USI, go ahead, but we kind of know where we're going with this right now.
Sure. I would just add in, everything going on with COVID right now, we're seeing a lag in claims. So everything that happened this summer will probably affect your renewal for 2022. A lot of the medical conditions people may be experiencing, what you see, March through now, won't affect the 2021 numbers. You will see that most likely impact in 2022. So something to maybe plan for from a budget standpoint.
Hopefully we will, thank you. Any other discussion on this item? Clerk Grimsby, can you call the roll on this motion?
Trustee Kelly.
Yes.
Trustee Donner.
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson.
Aye.
Supervisor Tony.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Next, can I get a motion to approve Resolution 2020-1112-4 reappointing Robert Holliwood, trustee for the Clarendon Blackhawk Mosquito Abatement District?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. The next, I have incorrectly listed, motion to approve Resolution 2020-1112-6, reappointing Jeffrey Schultz as trustee for the Clarendon Blackhawk Mosquito Abatement District.
Why can it not be 5?
Because I printed them up in the other order.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so move.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Moving on to agenda item 10. Motion to approve resolution 2020-1112-5, reappointing Renee Junckus as trustee for the Clarendon Blackhawk Mosquito Abatement District. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Any discussion? I'd like to thank Clerk Grimsby for taking care of these three and getting them on the agenda for us tonight. And with that, I'll ask for a voice vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Brings us to item 11, motion to approve resolution 2020-1112-3, Downers Grove Township elected official salary rates for 4-year terms beginning the second pay period May 15, 2021, and for the assessor's term beginning the first pay period January 1st, 2022. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Point of order, that motion, you did not post that, it was 48 hours, the information was not posted on the website to give the residents a chance to review the information. Therefore, they have not had an opportunity to review it in accordance with state statute. No one's allowed, had an opportunity to review the actual numbers being voted on tonight. I question whether it's actually authorized to be able to vote on it this evening. The public has not had a chance to review it.
Thank you for your input. Did I get a second?
Could I have some facts? Does anybody tell me whether this was posted?
The agenda item was posted.
It was blank.
With these numbers in it? And when? Just for the record.
These exact numbers, let's see, when were they posted?
They're not posted.
Should we table this?
My question is when, a follow-up question is, this had to be voted and approved by what date?
Next Wednesday.
So we're not looking at another.
So we'll have a special meeting.
How
Well,
long?
at the very least, we need record of what's happened and what's going on with the posting of the resolution. I mean, I don't know the facts. I've only heard from the assessor that they haven't been posted, but this body should understand exactly what it's doing and what the law is regarding the posting. And if there were no numbers on the posted resolution, then it's not really posted, is it?
Okay.
The resolution itself was never posted. The agenda item was posted.
So I'm not able to rule or give you an
Yeah.
opinion about the
The
posting
agenda
of
item
this
was-
resolution.
The agenda item was posted 48 hours in advance. I have received input up until the very last moment about what exactly those dollar amounts should be. I would point out that 4 years ago, no decision was even made by the end of the meeting, and they decided that the minutes of the meeting would serve as the record of who was being paid what. So there is a record in the township of not setting anything until the meeting itself.
I think that's true, and it's true going back many years, that this is a discussion to be had tonight relative to these. I've been
Yes.
at many a board meeting where they were discussed and fleshed out at the meeting before voting on it. So I can't speak to
And
the assessors.
I will say, Al, to cut you off, I will say, no resolution was written. It was just referred to the minutes. Now, we went ahead and wrote up a resolution, which we are required to do.
Right.
We aren't required to have the dollar amounts filled in 48 hours in advance. We're required to have the agenda posted
I'm
48
not saying
hours
that.
in
I'm not
advance.
actually gonna try to defend or promote the assessor's position. I only wanna make clear what we're doing.
Yeah,
And I
Okay,
can
well,
tell you
these
for
figures-
many years that this has been debated at the meeting, and the numbers may have even changed at the very meeting that the resolution was discussed, which is proper parliamentary procedure. So if So having said that, I don't think we have to table the resolution, but we could have a full-blown discussion of them and vote on them today.
All right, I'll just go around point by point. I'll start the discussion, and I expect all three trustees, if they wish, to weigh in.
I don't have a second.
All right,
Oh, second.
okay, so the item is open for discussion. I have no problems with the dollar amounts that are listed as they are. I had originally thought that I'll be perfectly blunt. I think with the work that I've put in for the last 3.5 years, that I should be more in line with the majority of supervisors, but in the interests of comity, C-O-M-I-T-Y, I don't have a problem with this, and I'm gonna be voting for it. I don't have any problem with the numbers that are in here. I think these
For the
numbers,
supervisor's position, that's what you're.
for all 5 of the positions.
Okay.
I have no problem with the amounts that are listed in here, and I intend to vote in favor of this resolution.
So
That's my comment.
So what was the philosophical methodology for coming up with these numbers? Was there a philosophical methodology? You mentioned comedy.
Yeah, I don't see the question as being pertinent, and I thank you for your comments. And I'll move on the discussion to the trustees. Do you have any comments you'd like to make?
I have a question. Prior to us having to set salaries 4 years ago, the board set salaries. Does anyone know how that went as far as, was it just the agenda that was posted, or at the time this agenda was posted, as our attorney is saying, were there dollar amounts in there to inform?
No,
There were not. It was just an
4
agenda
years
item
ago.
on the
4
agenda
years ago,
4 years ago. And
okay.
at the end of a discussion,
And
they
voted
said the
on it.
minutes of the meeting will serve as the evidence of what the pay should be.
Okay, so there's nothing different that we're doing if we proceed with this than they did 4 years ago?
Point of order, there was,
We-
the assessor, the other elected
Your
officials
point
were
of
allowed
order
to
is out of order.
participate. They were allowed to
Your
participate in
point
the
of order
discussion.
is out of order.
You are not giving correct information to the public, Supervisor Tolman. The other elected officials were allowed to participate, so there is something different going on now.
Look up-
Supervisor Tolman is
I'm sorry,
restricting
you're out
other
of order. I
assessors.
ask you to be, please,
Well, you're giving false information, Supervisor Tolman.
do you have any further comments?
Okay, I'd like to chime in here. These figures are not going to change, so rather than getting in a catfight tonight, if that's what evidently we're on our way towards,
Not me?
it would be best to just schedule a separate meeting in the appropriate amount of time if we need to have these numbers, which we don't. But if that's what we need to do, then let's vote on them on Monday and just put it out there. But these figures are not going to change. There's been many discussions, there's been a lot of input, there's been a lot of work put into this, and these are the figures that we are voting. These are the numbers.
Won't get an argument from me.
If the numbers aren't, in your mind, if the numbers aren't gonna change, then it sounds to me like you're in favor of it either today or Monday.
Correct.
Thank you. Art, do you have any comments?
I'm in favor of it, and I completely agree with what Abby said. A lot of work went into those numbers.
A lot of review, a lot of comparisons, a lot of discussion. There's nothing to change.
Any further comment? Clerk Grimsby, can you call the roll on this, please?
Trustee Kelly?
Aye.
Trustee Donner?
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson?
Aye.
Supervisor Tolman?
Aye, motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Move on to item 12, motion to approve the PACE contract for calendar year 2021 is presented.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second?
Any discussion?
Now, does this reflect the change in the we are dropping the
It does. We did.
holidays where we were doing special rides?
Yeah, we broke out the holiday schedule. The first year, 4 people used it on July 4th, and since then, only 4 other people used it. 2 rides, basically. Worked out to a horrifically expensive addition to the, we tried it. It didn't work. We took it back off.
Do you know how much the difference was in the cost by any chance?
About $4,500.
Okay.
I mean, that's how much we spent on 9 rides.
Okay.
So about 500, it worked out to about $550 a ride. That was just too much. Seeing no more discussion, Clerk Grimsby, can you call the roll, please?
Trustee Ferguson,
Aye.
Trustee Donner,
Aye.
Trustee Kelly,
Aye.
Supervisor Tony.
Aye, motion carries 4-0. Next item, item 13, motion to approve an intergovernmental contract with Consolidated High School District 99 for a STEM Prairie Project Field Lab as presented. Can I get a motion?
So moved, thank you.
Can I get a second?
Second.
I'll open this for discussion. Anybody have any comments? This has been a heavy lift. It will continue to be a heavy lift. The Environmental Science Department of Downers Grove North is pretty psyched about this. This is a great opportunity to show intergovernmental cooperation and also to set example for other local government units to enter into similar agreements with other high school environmental science departments. So I'd like to say we're kind of leading the way on this one. With that, since it's a contract, I'll take a voice vote. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is a motion to approve the 2021-22 levy request for Downers Grove Township General Fund, General Assistance Fund, and IMRF Fund as presented.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
I'll open this for discussion. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, I'll take a roll call vote on this item, Clerk Grimsby.
Trustee Donner,
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson,
Aye.
Trustee Kelly,
Aye.
Supervisor Tony.
Aye, motion carries 4-0. Move on to the next item. Motion to adopt the 2021-22 levy request for Downers Grove Township Road District as presented. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
I'll open it for discussion, noting that one of the few things we do interacting with the township is to adopt the levy and adopt the budget. Any other discussion? Seeing none, Clerk Grimsby, can I get a roll call on this item?
Okay. Trustee Donner,
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson,
Aye.
Trustee Kelly,
Aye.
Supervisor Tony.
Aye, motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Item number 16, motion to approve Resolution 2020-1112-1, Downers Grove Township 2021 holiday schedule as presented. Can I get a motion?
Aye.
Can I get a second?
Second.
I'll open this for discussion. We try to track as close to the county as possible on this.
Have there been any changes in the schedule from this year to next year? Same numbers of days, we haven't made any changes?
Same number of days, it's 12 days. A lot of them fall on Friday next year, which is nice
So we get a
for
long
everybody.
weekend.
Get a long weekend, yeah.
Okay.
Seeing no more discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item 17, motion to approve Resolution 2020-1112-2, Downers Grove Township 2021 Board of Trustees meeting schedule as presented.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
I'll open it for discussion. We're sticking with the third Thursday of every month at 7:30 p.m. Seeing no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Supervisors Reports. We're moving along with the building. We're starting to put in the windows and doors. A lot of stuff is happening in the same time. A lot of stuff happened last month, which you guys should have noticed when you did the audits. It was a pretty good chunk of the contract. We're in good shape there. Fish Food and Clothing Pantry has gotten some good publicity in both Downers Grove Magazine, which went to every household in Downers Grove, and also on the front page of the Suburban Life News. So that's good news for them, because hopefully they'll get more donations out of that. The boxes you see scattered around the boardroom are supplies that they're laying in for the new food pantry. The current building will start to look more and more like a submarine getting ready to go out on patrol as we get closer and closer to our opening date. With that, I will conclude the supervisor's report, but I'll keep the trustees in the loop on other things. I will say I sent information out today. I'm working with Commissioner Krajewski to potentially address some child meal issues with available COVID CARES money that are specifically available for the purpose of feeding people. So we'll see how that pans out. Move on to item number 19. Is there any old business?
I do have one more thing to say about the salary, the contract for the salaries. I don't know if you want me to add that under an old business or new business.
As it's been approved, I believe old business is appropriate.
I understand there was some frustration under a couple of the positions and the salaries. And part of that frustration comes from previous elected officials who chose to freeze the salaries in certain positions for an extended period of time. So catching up on those positions and making exorbitant increases in 1 year didn't seem appropriate to many of us, which is why there's a gradual increase over time rather than making a 20% or something very large increase in 1 year to catch up. So the goal is to correct and catch up those positions over time, but not in one fell swoop, which is why we chose to make the decisions that we did.
I'll add as a point of interest, 20 years ago, the supervisor was making $67,000 a year. And I approve of the current resolution, and I voted for the current resolution. Thank you. Brings us to number 20. Is there any new business? Seeing none, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. We are adjourned. The next regular Downers Grove Township meeting will be held Thursday, December 17th at 7:30 p.m. Thank you.